magic, sleight of hand. It goes hand in hand. This month we were approached by a friend of ours, Tammy Barboza, to help out with their arthritis research. And she used to live in Virginia, now she lives in Maine, and they usually do a walk every single year. But this year, because of COVID-19, they're doing it virtually online. Natalie and I have sent a check. She didn't ask for a check. All she asked was for us to be a part of it. So we sent some videos and we did an interview with the family in our magic room. And it's going to be awesome. Check it out. The links and everything will be in the description below. And arthritis. I have a friend of mine, awesome magician. He's older. He has arthritis in both his hands. It's severely limited his magic ability. It's devastating to a magician. It's devastating for anybody. But when you make your living with your fingers, it's scary. 1 in 4 people are suffering with arthritis. Check it out.
All right, well, let's get started. Hello, everyone. I'm Tammy Barboza, and I'm representing the Rhode Island market of the Arthritis Foundation. And our special guests today are Wes, Natalie, and Lana Iseli, and they are with Party Magic. It is a magic business of theirs. And I want to welcome all of you. I cannot wait for our viewers to learn about your business and magic and why you are in the field of magic. So welcome, everyone.
Thanks for having us. You're awesome, Tammy. We love you.
Oh, thank you. I miss you guys. I really do. And it's so good to see you on camera, definitely. So folks, just so you have some background here, Wes started his magic career at the ripe old age, or shall I say young age, of 7. So I'm going to pose the question to you, Wes, of all of the occupations that one could have, why magic?
Well, I didn't think I could make a career at magic. So I wanted to do movie makeup effects. My dad owned a video store. And trying to explain to my little girl what a video store was. It's like a movie library. You had to go and rent the movies and bring it back the next day. And I love the horror movies. I love movie makeup effects and putting the makeup on people. I wanted to do that. And I was all set to go to Art Institute of Pennsylvania right after high school. And Terminator 2 came out while I was in high school. And it was all CGI. And it just changed the game. So I just did a 180 in high school. And I said, okay, well, I guess I'll try to be a magician. I'm good at it. I can fool my teachers. I can fool all of my friends. I know I'm going to struggle. I got to figure it out. So I went to community college and got a degree in marketing so that I could market myself. And I did struggle at first, but now I couldn't be more happy with my success.
Wonderful. So regarding the world of magic and magicians and illusionists, first of all, what is the difference between a magician and an illusionist? Or are they one and the same?
No, it depends on who you ask. If you ask a Christian magician, a Christian entertainer, they don't like to use the word magic. So everything they do is illusion, which dilutes the whole everybody else's marketing, because in the real world of magic and illusions, an illusion is a big box trick where you put the girl in the box, make her vanish, reappears in the back of the audience. Making the Statue of Liberty disappear, that's a mega illusion. Whereas a card trick is just a trick, a coin trick is just a trick. When you do the big box stuff or big items, that's an illusion. So I've made a motorcycle appear. I've made a car appear for a lady in need. We've done big box stuff. I make my wife disappear. I make my little girl. This year, my little girl's going to start appearing on stage. So we do big box stuff as well as the small stuff.
I have seen shows where Natalie disappeared. And I'm so glad that you reappear after disappearing.
Me too.
Heck yeah, she takes care of me. I need her. I need her.
Can anyone at all perform magic? I know that you actually have kits that you provide for folks. So can anyone do magic?
I think magic is a lot like other industry. You know, you can tell a joke, but that doesn't make you a stand-up comedian. You can learn some magic tricks to fool your friends and family, but that doesn't make you a magician. Just because there's a Lowe's nearby doesn't make you a handyman. I think it's, you know, a couple good tools are good to have. A couple good magic tricks are good to have in your pocket to break the ice and help in sales meetings and just to make friends. But that doesn't make you a magician.
I can understand that, absolutely. Well, in today's day and age, so much is happening virtually, mainly due to, of course, COVID-19. What is meant by a virtual magic show?
Well, everybody had to do a 180 with their business. I mean, restaurants are starting to do curbside, and so many different places are, hands off. We won't touch your merchandise. We touch it with gloves, or it goes down the conveyor belt. We don't touch it, and you go outside and pick it up. And the magic industry, we're not allowed to come to your house. We're not allowed to come to your school. There is no one at schools. Theaters are closed. So what can we do to bring the show to people? Virtual magic shows. So we set up in our magic room our own show that we would take to your house, to your theater, to your school, and do the show over Zoom, over Skype. And it is a really cool thing. I never thought I'd be doing it. And after I've done a couple of them, I'm like, this is viable. This works. People understand it's not exactly the same, but just like I'm talking to you right now, I do miss you. I would give you a big old hug if I saw you right now in person. I can't do that over here, but you're in a totally different state and we're able to have a conversation and hang out just like normal. That's the way the magic show is. It's a little different, but it's the same. I'm hanging out with Tammy Barboza right now. So
Well,
yeah, my
thank
little
you.
girl said it's hard to hear the people because you can, through Zoom, you can have 100 people in the audience, 100 families. So our last show that we did, we had people from Michigan, Virginia, Hawaii, and a couple other places all watching the same show. And they're all in these different states all over the world, all over America. And that's pretty cool. You don't have that in a regular show. So there are some positives along with the negatives, I guess.
There are many positives.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Let's talk about your certification as a USDA certified animal trainer. That's pretty cool. That's a mouthful and it's pretty cool all at the same time. What is that like? And I'm going to ask you, as I'm sure many of our viewers are wondering, what is the most interesting story that you have with regard to animal training?
Well, I've been working with bunny rabbits and birds my whole magic career. When I was a little kid, I had bunny rabbits. I didn't use them on my show. I just had them as pets. Always had pets, always had animals. I am an animal lover. And becoming a certified animal trainer, we worked on the television show The Carbonaro Effect. My whole family, they called us Team Isley on set. And we got to work with a macaw, a rat, a Dumbo rat is what they call them. It was this big. We got to work with capuchin monkeys, sugar gliders, the tigers, and it was awesome. Every day was an adventure, and it was so cool. My job as an animal trainer was just to make sure they were comfortable. They can't speak up. They can't tell you if they're uncomfortable. When I cram my wife in a box, she lets me know that she's uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
So I have to make sure these animals are not stressed out. I have to, use my knowledge of cramming my wife in a box and knowing that when I put an animal in a box, it's going to be okay and it's not going to overheat. It's not going to be miserable. It's going to be comfortable. So working with the animals and all that, it's challenging. It's almost like you're trying to talk to this thing that can't talk back, but it's just using your instincts and working with the animals. I had such a blast doing that.
Do you have an oh my story with regard to animal training?
Not really. We got overwhelmed. They hired on the television show. Sometimes when you work in television, one side of the company doesn't talk to the other side. So I was with the magic consultant, animal training side, obviously, and the arts department and the production company was on another side. And sometimes we'd be like, "Hey, we need a Toto dog." No problem. And they would just order a Toto dog. Well, they wouldn't talk to the other side. So we got this dog, and it was half the size of a Labrador.
It was huge. It was twice the size of the basket they wanted it to fit in. So it didn't work.
So we show up, and we have this tiny basket. A Toto dog would fit in a basket.
Yeah.
this dog won't fit in the basket, and it's 8 a.m. and we're supposed to shoot this thing at 10 a.m. So we're in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're like, all right, we need to find a dog. We need to find a dog. And we ask people, do you have a Toto type dog? Do you have a Toto type? It doesn't have to be even Toto. I just need something small. And we ended up having 8 different dogs on the set that day. And we had to go with a 8-week-old puppy was the only thing that would fit in this tiny little basket they had. And well, they had to babysit the animals, all these other dogs that we borrowed for the day, because we kept getting smaller and smaller, but they still didn't fit. And then we had this puppy, but the puppy had puppy energy. So when you put him in the basket, live on the set, he was going, ah, 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 ah. So what do? I had my little girl take the puppy outside and just run with it, just play with it and just wear it out. So then when Michael Carbonaro, the star of the television show, actually produces this puppy on stage, he was asleep. So then he produced this puppy, and it looked like a stuffed animal. And so he had to shake it and wake it up. So that was it was just a crazy day. And we're juggling all these dogs and the pressure of the timeline. We have to film this thing at a certain time. It was crazy, but fun.
Yeah.
A fun story later on.
Well, after our interview here, we are going to show our viewers on Facebook lots of Ian's close-up magic, and some of those clips include animals, so I thought it appropriate to ask you about your animal training. One of the reasons why I invited you to participate in our virtual walk is because people really need opportunities to smile these days. And our walk was supposed to have been in person here in Providence, Rhode Island. Obviously, that's not happening with social distancing and COVID guidelines. So we thought, let's bring the magic to them. And when you think about the Arthritis Foundation, there are 54 million Americans in this country that have been diagnosed with arthritis. And that means about 1 in 4 of us has arthritis. I know that you and your family, Wes, are very supportive of nonprofits. I know that you hold them near and dear to your heart. So what does it mean to you to be a part of the Arthritis Foundation's virtual walk this year?
Well, you said 1 in 4. I mean, I personally have a relationship with a lady that has severe arthritis and has to use a special spoon to eat her dinner at nighttime, and to know the pain that they go through, and to say, oh, it's gonna rain tomorrow. They don't have to check the app. I mean, they can feel it, and I feel for them. My heart goes out. We do something called the Magic of Giving Project, where we give back in a magical way each month. So the video starts out with a magic trick, and then we donate our time or give back in a magical way somehow, whether it be a cash donation or whether it be volunteering. And we try to encourage other people to do the same. So being a part of this is just, it's natural for us. It's normal. It's part of our Magic of Giving project. This was super easy to do an interview with somebody we love and to give you some videos that we already had in the back burner. So enjoy them. God bless you guys and good luck with everything. And you know what? Being at home, watching this online, walking in place maybe during the walk, you might get more viewers. It might be even more of a, you never know. I hope your turnout is even more of a success this year.
Thank you so much, Wes, Natalie, and Lana. Lana, I understand that that your parents trained you a lot to do magic. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You gotta speak up.
Yes, and I have seen you on stage too. The last time I saw you in person, you were just a little girl, a little toddler. So good for you. Good luck, Lana. Natalie, it's always great to see you. And I hope you are always reappearing after Wes hides you and crams you into something these days. And Wes, keep up the wonderful work. I'm really proud to bring the wonderful magic that you and your family provide so many folks as part of this year's virtual walk for arthritis. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
You're welcome. Hope to see you in person sometime.
All right. So bye-bye.
Bye-bye.